Hey, it's LSFT here today, and today I'm here to do a product review for the AI Box Honor by One Car Stereo. So what is AI Box Honor? What can it do? It looks like you're putting an Android box and connecting that to your home TV, but this time it's connecting it to your car's infotainment screen. For vehicles like my current 2022 NX, it doesn't seem to add a lot of functionality, but it does offer Google Play Store apps that is not designed for Android Auto, and you can actually install it and show it on the screen. This box also allows you to play videos while you drive, like YouTube videos, but again, I highly discourage this and do not recommend people doing this. On the flip side, this is a great tool for owners of certain 2018 NX cars and 2019 to 2021 NXs who have CarPlay and or Android Auto using a USB plug. Because now with this box, you can change it to wireless. So One Car Stereo reached out to me asking me if I wanted to review this AI Box Honor, and they actually shipped this device to me. So to be clear, I'm not being paid to do this review, and this AI Box Honor device was actually shipped to me so that I can actually do the review. So first thing is, when you see it, it does say here, it's AI Box Wi-Fi. It has 2 gigs of RAM. It has a 32 gigabyte ROM. It's black in color. The input is a 5 volt, 1 amp. It runs Android 10, and the operating temperature is minus 20 degrees Celsius to 70 degrees Celsius. Okay, there's nothing really else on the box. So let's have a look at this. I'm just going to open the box. It's a little bit hard to find a spot. Okay, so got it open. Okay, so now we have the plastic wrap removed. Okay, so first thing you see here is instructions, and it has a very big book of instructions. It does have a lot of languages that it supports. Okay, now we have the device. So let's see. Okay, so there's a device here. It's One Car Stereo, AI Box Honor. Looks like there's 3 lights here. Heatsink. So this thing may get very hot because you can see that there's a lot of room for heat sinks to allow heat to come out. So we have a USB-C here, and then we have an HDMI output and a USB here. Okay, so there's that box. In here we have a USB-C to a USB-A adapter. And also what's here we have is a USB-A and a USB-C. And that's it in the box. So it comes with an instruction manual, a box, the actual device, USB-C, USB-A, and an adapter USB-C to USB-A. So if your car takes USB-C, then you'll have to use this to plug this into the USB-A so that you'll have 2 USB-Cs. So right now we're in a 2018 Lexus NX F Sport, and this vehicle has an upgrade to the infotainment system, which actually has wired CarPlay. In this model year, not all 2018 actually has wired CarPlay, and it is actually an add-on that needed to be a paid upgrade so that you can actually have wired CarPlay. So right now what we need to do is, when you go into the center console here, you actually have 2 USBs. So what I'm going to do now is plug in the AI Honor into the USB and then start the vehicle to see if it starts up. Okay, so right now I have the AI Box Honor plugged in. So just close the box and let's see how it operates. So you see Apple CarPlay is plugged in. So now we look at the settings. You can see here we have navigation settings. It can tell you what kind of apps you want to use as your preferred, and then what apps will actually automatically start. You can actually set those things up. And then whatever language, positioning, which is the GPS version. This is just information about the system itself. More settings actually goes to the Android system itself, like the settings of Android. And then you have system settings, where now you can see it says Wi-Fi fixed password. I'm assuming this will actually fixes some of the passwords that do not work. You can actually use the car's original GPS. You can prohibit video while driving. Turn on Google Voice, HTML output, because the box actually has an HDMI output too. So there's a lot of settings that you can do, and this actually probably goes and changes the settings of the factory. So what do we need to do now? So in order to get Android Auto or wireless CarPlay, you'll have to set certain things up. Okay, so to set up CarPlay, wireless CarPlay or wireless Android Auto, first thing you need to do is set up the Bluetooth. So you go to this Bluetooth here. So you see there's this BT104D. You need to go to your iPhone or your Android Auto to actually go and select this BT104D and have it connected. So once it's connected, you would see it says connected, and then you see my iPhone is now connected. So now going back out, you then go to this Car Auto. So when you go to this Car Auto, what will happen now is it's ready to connect to the iPhone. And now it actually tells me that use CarPlay with AI Box. And click on Use CarPlay. So once Use CarPlay is now selected, it actually now says BT104D. Okay, I can now go here and say Setup. Okay, so CarPlay. Okay, so now you see I have CarPlay now set up, and it's wireless. So you can see that I have my iPhone and CarPlay, and it's wireless. And you can also see that it actually has Lexus. So it knows that it's actually a Lexus. But then now what you can now do is you can actually use it like CarPlay. Everything works just as it should. So let me go exit, and then now it comes back to the Android box itself, the AI Box Honner. Okay, so that's how it works with CarPlay. So let me see how it works with Android Auto. So now I have my Android device. I am now going to connect the Bluetooth to this device. So same thing, I go to Bluetooth. I would see the device on my Bluetooth, on my Android device. So pair a new device. So now you see that I've connected my Pixel 6 Pro, which is an Android device, to this through Bluetooth. So now I can go back out here and now go to this same thing, this car auto. Continue. So it gets a little bit used to. You actually don't press onto the touchpad, but what you do is you move the cursor and you have to just tap the arrows. You just tap it and it'll actually operate properly. So for example, if I go to here, if I go to the TuneIn Radio app, just tap it, and now it actually goes into here to find one that doesn't have any copyright music. So let me just go back to home, and then you go here, scroll down. If you had a touchscreen, it definitely would be a much easier thing to do, but it's not as easy this way. So let me just try and see if I go browse local radio stations. Okay, I don't know what this is. Turn down the music. Okay, so it does connect well with the system itself. So let's go back here, just tap, tap. You don't press onto the touchpad, because if you touch on it, it seems to not operate as expected. So if I go back down here, and now, yep, so again, I was able to connect to the wireless Android Auto. So now my phone is not connected. So you see my phone is not wired in, but I can actually use the Android Auto, which is quite cool. It does seem to be operating as it should. It's a little bit getting used to. You do need some time to actually get used to how to use it, but overall it does seem to be operating as it should. So what you can do in settings is automatic startup, and you can see these are all the apps that are on this thing. And let's see if I say auto startup. So it's a yes. Let's see what happens. Okay, so I'm now going to unplug the device, let it start up, and see if it actually would automatically launch everything. There you go. It was automatically started without me touching anything. So this is actually nice. If you have it all set up, all you really need to do is start the car. It'll actually take a little time to load up, but everything else will launch automatically when it's all connected. So that's all you needed to do to set it up, and it seemed to be working as expected. It does look like you're running multiple layers because you have the Lexus Inform, then it launches to the AI Honor, and then within that car app, it will actually now connect it to the Android Auto, which then all connects well with your phone and all that. And again, no need to go and set up a new system unless you really wanted the touchscreen or anything that you need. But this little box can actually do a lot of the things that now the newer systems can do. Okay, now we have the AI Box Honor and the 2022 NX. So I've connected the cord, and so for the NX 2022, when we look at the power cords, you would notice here that there is a USB-C and a USB-A. You have to use the USB-A to actually transfer data. You cannot use this part of USB-C because this USB-C is only used for charging. So now I'm going to go in here and plug this in and see what happens. Okay, so now it's plugged in. You can see here that there's a blue light that's on, and there's a red light that's blinking. So one thing that I did for this test is to turn off my CarPlay and Android Auto for both the wireless, so that it does not interfere with this box. So while I set this camera back in position, let's see how long it takes to... there we see it. The AI box is now starting. So one thing that I've noticed is that the box is misunderstanding the size of the screen. You can see here, the time is here, but the screen actually starts here. And it's being chopped off because we have this climate bar. It seems responsive. It seems like I can actually call applications. When I go into the Wi-Fi, I've had already set this up, but when you look at when I actually go into here and want to type in, let's say, the password. Okay, so it lets me do this. So you see here, the mapping is actually incorrect. So when I go in here and want to type in the password, I cannot type because this bar is actually blocking it. So press cancel. So there's really not an easy way to actually use this with the 2022 NX. So I go here, it doesn't do anything. I click on the top, it actually maps to the top. So then when we look into, like, let's go to Chrome, I can't even dismiss the setting. The good thing is they have this little toolbar that allows you to navigate. So I can go back and dismiss it. Yeah, I don't know what I can do with this because of the screen size. We'll have to try this with another car. So to conclude, it's unfortunate the device was not able to adjust to the screen of the second generation Lexus, the Lexus interface. Since Lexus has customized the interface with the on-screen climate controls, the device figures that the full screen is usable and centered the device to the screen. I have, however, reached out to One Car Stereo on this matter, and the information has been sent back to their tech team to look at for a software upgrade to fix this issue. Although the Lexus interface allows wireless Android Auto and wireless CarPlay in North America, some countries do not have the full wireless experience. So this could be an alternative solution until Lexus updates their system. The wireless CarPlay and Android Auto would not be the reason for you to buy this box. The native Google OS allowing you to play Netflix, YouTube, Disney Plus while driving is good, and it works great when you have kids to keep them entertained. But as long as the law in your country allows for it. Plugging this into this first generation NX, where wired CarPlay is supported, this device enhances the old Lexus Inform system, and it allows wireless CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. It's a good way to expand what you can do with the infotainment screen without having to change the screen, tear the whole system out. All you need to do is just plug it into the USB and the system will launch. The system works well with the touchpad and the steering wheel controls. The Google Assistant, if you're using the native Google OS, helps launch apps and set destinations without having to fiddle with the touchpad. If you have a vehicle that supports wired CarPlay, this box will work. For Lexus NX, 2019 to 2021 will work, and some 2018s which receive the wired CarPlay upgrade will work as well. And I see that this will work well with other Lexus products that have the Lexus Inform that supported wired CarPlay. Another way to use this device is to use the native Google system. You can set up a hotspot and the system will connect to the native system and use apps that you can download from the Google Play Store. And you can do that on the infotainment screen. It's like having a tablet experience on the infotainment screen itself. I have also tested taking phone calls and it works well with the steering wheel controls and the touchpad. So the AI Honor box is a great add-on to the first generation NX, mainly 2019 to 2021, and particular 2018s, which actually got the wired CarPlay upgrade. This now adds wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, without having to change the infotainment system. The system integrates well with Google Assistant and you can manage a lot of things without having to use the Lexus touchpad. This system works well with the touchpad, but one key thing to make note of is that you do not press down onto the touchpad when you select items. All you need to do is just tap the touchpad and it will select it. And this is on Android Auto. When you're on the native Google system, it actually works better. I've noticed that the screen resolution is much better with the Google system. And what you do when you select things with the Google system is you do press onto the touchpad and it will work properly. You can also then press the back button on the Lexus Inform system and it will actually go back. So it works very well with the native Lexus controls. The main difference is that you can download apps from the Play Store using more the tablet design apps and not the Android Auto type of applications. So when you use the wireless Android Auto, you can only use Android Auto apps. But on the native OS system, you can actually use almost any app that's available on the Play Store, but that's more like a tablet experience. The concept is great, and this device uses the support of wired CarPlay and opens up the world of Google on cars without Android support. I wouldn't say the experience is 100%. It's definitely better than the Lexus Inform system. There is a compromise, but it will do the job. Having a full experience will cost a lot more to get a seamless experience, because you'll have to tear out the screen, change the system. If you are interested in this device, I have provided a link to the device in the description below. This product is exclusively sold on Amazon at this time. They do offer other products like AI Box Lite, which does not offer the Play Store experience, and you can buy that off their website too. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I am happy to answer any questions you have on this product. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please comment, like, and share this video. If you'd like to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to my channel and press that alert button to get notified when new videos are posted. If you'd like to support the channel, you can definitely provide a super thanks. I'll see you guys again next time in the next video.